Hello, Fong. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hello.
Hi,
Which
hello.
connection are you?
Hey,
Hello, hey, baby. How are you?
good, and you?
Okay. So I will share.
What's it? Connect to mine.
No, it's okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Everyone can see my screen.
Did you post in the group?
Yes. Guys, can you just let me know if you can see my screen?
Yeah, we can.
So everyone is. Give me just 1 second. Look. Like this is a PPT, and everyone should be here, and it's already
Shared.
recording.
Okay.
So everyone is looking at you
Okay.
now. So whatever.
Just give me a
Guys, you can see the slides, right?
Yes, we can.
What time is it? No.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on there.
Okay, do whatever you need.
Yeah, just it's okay. Guys, just let's wait for some minutes more. Maybe someone is going to join. Can you see the screen? Because, guys.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, I just keep asking because you know the connection of the office is not the best. Just one thing, let me check how many people we are here. So I know you will see a lot of stuff. So it's just Ilyas and Fong?
I'm with Melissa here, so we're free. Right?
Okay, cool. Okay, let's wait just some minutes more. If not, he's registered, so it's okay. People that are attending can have the output anyway. So how are you people? First of all, who is in the house? How are you doing? How do you feel? You can talk now.
UDP is here. I'm good.
Only the pay.
Yeah, I'm good. Melissa.
Yeah, I'm good.
How are you, Vanessa?
Can you hear us?
Okay, I think you're starting.
Hold on.
It's okay, people. Let's wait. Let me just change. Should be fine. Sorry. So let me just present. So people, ensure me just for the last time if you can see the screen. Just
We can.
setting expectation. If you have any, I will beg you to mute your mic during the presentation. But if you have any question, just please talk because I don't see the chat stuff now. Okay. So mute your mic, but if you have anything to say, just talk and let me know if you have a question, okay? But at the end of the space, we're going to have a part of open mic. So don't worry where you can have question and all this kind of stuff. Cool. So welcome to the LCP Marketing Consultancy Space. Just if you don't know me, I am your Fasi for this space. I'm Emaldo, your MCP Marketing for the TAM 1819. That it means that I will not be with you. For the people that are going to apply and get elected, I'm not going to be the MCVP. Will be my successor working with you. But for the moment, you just need to be happy that you're with me. Cool. So just to start a bit, what is going to focus this kind of consultancy more on understanding the role of the VP marketing at local level, of course. Understand which are the responsibility and some tips that maybe can help you in your overall preparation to fulfill an application for LCVP marketing. So actually, the role of VP marketing is really huge. It's really huge. It's something that I understand being MCVP this year, but I try to just resume in 4 key points. In my opinion, the role of the LCP marketing, first of all, especially the LCP marketing, we're talking at a local level, is the brand responsible for all the LC. It means, and then we are going to see later what does it mean. Then, of course, the final responsible for the attraction, digital and offline. Of course, is responsible of lead nurturing at local level, digital and offline. For the people that doesn't know what is the meaning of lead nurturing, we are going to understand better later. And which is the final, and at the end is the final responsible for brand advocacy. This is the general overall role of a VP marketing at local level, out of course, of responsibility, general responsibility of being a member of EB. These are the main responsibility of a VP marketing. But more in details, just talking from which is your application booklet, these are the JD of VP marketing. In terms of JD, we are meaning a job description, so actually what the VP marketing is doing at local level. And as you can see, is a big list of things, but these things are the key. And are all the things that really can help you to fulfill 100% the role of VP marketing. This you can find in your application booklet. If you have any questions, just let me know. But I think it's kind of clear. And we are going to try to cover all the aspects of these things during the consultancy of today. Cool. So let's move forward in terms of working hours and reports. Of course, being member of EB, it means that you have to report your LCP and your MCP marketing. I'm sorry, I wrote OGV. I'm sorry, it's marketing. Of course, in terms of hours, is a job that can go from 10 to 20 hours per week. So taking something in consideration. And for this term, we are focusing more on 6 months term of VP. So from the 1st of August to the 31st of January. And in terms of collaboration, you're going to work a lot with LCP, of course, mainly with the VP of GX. That is the main synergy of the VP marketing. And of course, MCVP and NST in terms of strategy co-creation and following strategy, and of course taking consideration when you are VP, you have a strong service from the NC. It means MC, and when you are in a commission, it means that every month you could have commission call, and every month you can have one-to-one with your MCVP and spaces call. This is all dependent from the MCVP that you are going to have. But actually something that in overall, this is the main relationship between MCVP and LCVP, out of the fact to work together and ensure the implementation of national strategy to the local level. And of course, to ensure the overall performance of the entity. So of course, in terms of KPIs, KPIs means the thing that the measure that actually you are going to track your work. Of course, you're going to work mainly through marketing activities and digital and offline level. So it means that it's a strong measure of work of LCVP marketing. Of course, in terms of sign up, the quality of your work, it's going to be measured in terms of sign up, how many signups on the platform isaac.org you're going to have for your local committee, and of course, application with country partner in terms of quality of promotion. It's something that really matters for an LCVP marketing. One thing that I really want you to understand is not only a matter of numbers. Just let's do numbers. But one important role of VP marketing is even working on the quality of the promotion itself, and on the quality of the signups and the people that we are bringing to OGX to be processed. So of course, in terms of MS, how you are going to understand that your work is good, the number of applicants that you have on your ISEC.org. So how many applicants your committee is going to have for OGX. Of course, in terms of approval, you are not the one, you're not the area that is 100% and directly contributing to the approval, but you have a really, really strong role, because if the quality of the attraction is not good, the approval are not going to happen. And you know that the approval is one of the main measures that now we are measuring the performance of an entity in ISEC overall. And of course, in terms of promoters, this is super, super important, because as I was telling you, it's not a matter of only quantity, but only quality. And your role as marketing is really important, because if you're not developing and creating promoters, we are meaning people that actually are making promotion since they lived an experience with ISEC, a good experience with ISEC. They are rating the experience with ISEC more than 8. In the Net Promoter Score. If you're not actually focusing on this part through the brand advocacy and contacting these people and actually using the promoter for your promotion, actually you're not fulfilling 100% your job of marketing. And of course, one thing that is super important, why I put the arrow, because it's something that maybe we forget, but this is more for VP generally. When you are VP, you are not member anymore. It means that you have to manage a team and you have to manage an area. So it means that you have to focus 100% of this team standard implementation. If you don't know what team standard are, we can see it lately, don't worry. And this you have overall requirement of VP marketing, super easy in terms of alignment with national strategies, so MC and LC. And of course, as I was telling you, you need to ensure, even if you are marketing, that you are delivering quality experiences, so not only in terms of quantity. Of course, focusing a lot of promotion of LC and means cooperation in terms of project and a strong synergy with OGX. Of course, optimization, implementation of marketing funnel at local level, or is marketing funnel, we're going to see it later. And of course, ensure fulfillment of exchange and for the X management with her team. This is more in terms of how you are tracking and you are working with your team. And of course, last thing, implementation of team standards. This is something super important, something that I was telling before, because we are not going to be members anymore or team leader. That is even important, but when you're VP is even more important, let's say, because you have a whole area to manage. So you have to focus a lot on this part of the experience. So something just remind in general what are the key requirements on LCD. So it's a application booklet. If you need that, I think it's pretty much clear. So we're not going to focus a lot on this. And of course, here are just some key factors to make it easier, how to be a VP marketing in my opinion. First of all, recognize good VP marketing with ISEC brand overall, Blue Book, and national campaign, because actually if you're not aligned with ISEC brand, it can create a lot of damage to the image of the organization. And when you create damage to the organization itself, you're creating damage to the relevance and to the whole operation part. It's super important, and it's that, in my opinion, really make the difference in AVP marketing. Then, of course, in terms of automation, flow and marketing funnel, focusing in simple strategy of marketing, of course, marketing, integrated marketing strategy, and GGT to talk about it. But actually, we are clear as marketers, even in how we are running our operation, how we are doing our stuff. As I was telling you, it's not only a matter of quantity. Let's bring a lot of people, but even working a lot on the quality of the people that we are bringing. And this is super important. And then, of course, you recognize good LCVP marketing by its synergy and the way that it's tracking. So B2C synergy, that it means OGX and marketing synergy together, is something super important, and it's something that really make the difference, because you are like the same two faces of the same medal, and it's super important. And if synergy B2C, for sure, not me for it. It was BPOGB, and I understood later how synergy, not only my VP marketing, even with the both area marketing and OGX together. And then of course, VP is really successful when it's good in area management and team standard implementation. This is something that you can learn, guys, and you have time to learn, but it's something that you focus a lot because it's not easy. Management is not at all, and it's something that also become something that if you don't really take care about it, you're going to fail, because your members, and the members are the ones that are in contact with the with the customer itself. So if you don't take care about them, and if you're good in area management and you're focused the majority of your efforts on that, actually your area is going to fail, and you cannot do everything alone. Just put in your mind, if you become VP, it doesn't mean that you become a superhero. It doesn't become just that you are becoming responsible for more people, and you need to take care about your people. Cool. Remember, if you have any question, you can just stop and you can just talk. So let's review one per one these 4 key general point. Of course, in terms of brand alignment, why is important, guys, that you are, especially as marketing, you're focused a lot on brand alignment? I would say be super clear. We are taking a brand that is called ISAC, and it's not our brand. ISAC brand is something that is global. It's something that is not ours. We are just taking and we are just putting in our local reality. So if we don't take care, and if you actually are not aligned with the global brand of ISAC, we can create a really, like for your 100 time, even more, damage to the image of the organization. And this can really be bad, not only for the other local committee or the national entity or ISAC global itself, but this is bad for you. So if you not start for the basis, and if you still have problem with the brand and you really want to apply for LCVP marketing, I really suggest to fix this part. And actually we have something that is like our Bible for marketers that is called Blue Book. And actually is a kind of guide about all the aspect of the brand and actually how to respect the brand and don't fuck it up, to be honest. Guys, trust me, this year we had a lot of problem of brand alignment. We are trying to recover, but it's something that you need to be aware here in ISAC in France. It's something that is not fixed 100% still. And it's something that can, as I was telling you, can create a lot of damage to you first and to the other local reality and entity and even ISAC International itself. So if this you don't have still clear stuff about the brand, use this link, memorize this link, like every morning, wake up and go to this guide, because it's something that can help you a lot. And actually understand, first of all, how much is easy to be brand aligned, and how much can be, it's really easy to respect the brand. It's not that hard. And actually something that really can save your life and can you simplify a lot your work of VP marketing. But please take in consideration, if you are a brand ambassador, let's say you are brand ambassador for your local committee, so you need to ensure even a member of OGX or in a department of finance, PM or LCP, if they are not respecting the brand, this is your responsibility. So you need to be responsible 100% and make sure that you make respect the brand in your LC. So this is super important. And of course, in terms of brand alignment, one thing that I want to focus super easily in terms of product, because as you know, it's not a matter of only brand and ISAC, but it's a matter of product, because we as marketer, we make a promotion for ISAC and the organization itself. But one thing that we are going to sell directly are our opportunity abroad, so our product. So one thing that is super important, this is 100% responsibility of marketing in terms of message. If you are describing bad and you are fucking up the setting expectation about GV, GT, and G, this is going to affect all the quality of your promotion. It means that if I don't know which is the value proposition of GV, and I am selling GV in the wrong way, and mostly my members in my LC during an event, they don't know how to pitch GV, and I don't know which is the program OGV and which is the target and which are the opportunity and all this kind of stuff, I am fucking up all the quality of my promotion, and this is mean that OGX will never have sign up or applicant to process, or will never have good quality of signups. So this is super important. And still, if you have any doubts in the Blue Book, you still have the value proposition of each product. That is super easy. It's 100% easy, and it's your responsibility actually to understand which is the value proposition of each product in your local reality, according and aligning a lot with OGX strategy. But remember, you are the first phase of ISEC. You are the first thing that all the customer is going to see. So if you are not clear with this, all the quality of the promotion, you are going to be down, and you have to focus a lot on educating your member of that, because all the members of TLC, because they are mostly, in general, they are the one that they're going and, for example, doing a sales point, and of course they're going to deliver the first message to the people, and this is super important. You're going to fix this part, and I think this is really make the difference when of a marketing department know how to sell a product, but not saying lie, not sell it wrongly, and not setting bad expectation with the customer. Of course, here I'm not going to focus a lot. You are going to find just overall which is the value proposition of each product. It's not mostly for you to know, because, okay, if you don't know, you can always find all the information I was saying in the Blue Book, in the NEC, and all this kind of stuff. But it's mostly for you to understand which is your target, and how to educate your member to attract people to the right product. So this is overall the meaning of Global Volunteer. As you know, we have Global Volunteer, then we have Global Talent, that is mostly our second focus product in OGX, while OGV is our first product overall. And then, of course, Global Entrepreneur, that is our third focus product. And you can find all this information in the Blue Book. Your role once is not only understand which is the value proposition as VP marketing, but first of all, educate your member on which is the right value proposition of each product, and how to attract the right people to the right product, because not everyone are interested to the value proposition of GV, GT, of GE, but only one part of your market and only one part of your target actually is suitable, is interested for the product. So this is actually how you help you to I was saying to attract people, not only in terms of number but in terms of quality as well. And of course, this is always the Bitly. Please, if you don't know, this is super famous, and I repeat a lot of times. The reason is here. If you still don't know, please memorize, because it's super useful. And please use the Blue Book 2018. It needs to be like your mantra. That when they're going to change the link, but I don't think so far is this one. You're going to learn the new link, but this needs to be your Bible as marketer, like 100%. Because if you don't know, in premise, if you don't know first, you cannot educate your member properly on how to respect the brand. Cool. If we don't have any question, let's move forward. I was telling you that the second thing, how to recognize actually a good marketer, is in terms of process. So I just want to remind you a simple concept that is the one of the marketing funnel. And actually what is the marketing funnel is just consequences of steps that our customer, in this case our EP, needs to make in order to actually to buy our product, to be an EP that is going abroad. On my right, for example, you can see one thing super easy. For example, this is the marketing funnel of Amazon, while on the left you can see the marketing funnel of ISEC, just to make you understand that it's something that is not only of ISEC, but it's a concept of marketing in general. And actually how we are taking this concept and then we are putting in ISEC, because something is important, as you can see, something that is in common of both, and how we are focusing a lot. And it's not only a matter of how many people is seeing ISEC or how many people is knowing Amazon or overall, But as you can see, is how many of these people we are able to convert till the customers. That means in our case to be and then we realize and to so this is super important because I really want you to understand it's not a matter of quantity, it's not how many people I am bringing, but me as marketing, one of my role and one of my role of my area is even to understand how can I these people and take people goes to be a visitor, then to be a sign-up, then an applicant, and then a customer. So actually it's not I'm doing the job of I'm just doing an event and then fuck, I don't care about it anymore. But I care of each single step of the customer, even if I am marketing. Because this is one of the role of in the word, and this is one of the main role. This is most OGX to the approval. Because guys, if they are not doing approval, it means that all our activities and all our actually just now in the air like that. And customer also one for youth, and then it for adults, and just to understand with the fund with the customer is actually is the for that is to actually with that. And I just want to make you a question, and I want you to answer the honestly. Do you which is market presence of the Snowflow? I cannot read, so you have to.
I didn't really hear the question.
So in which page we are?
We can't hear you.
Yeah,
Aldo?
we didn't really hear the question.
Like there's a problem with the internet. I can't hear you.
Yeah, the sound is.
Wait, let me hear. Hear me?
Not really.
I still can hear you, but like it's, you know, there's problem with the internet. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, you can hear you, but like it stops from time to time. So sometimes.
Okay, because I think maybe are you because I don't know is for my question is maybe you can write. Question was in which of the thing that marketing has did you
Sorry, Aldo. I really can't hear it. Like we see you, but it's so bad quality that we can't understand.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Also,
yeah.
I think also wrote that she can't understand you. Like it's not about you, it's about the internet. Like it's so bad quality.
Let me try with my internet. Just wait. Wait. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
it's very
good.
Is better? Okay.
It's better.
Yes.
You didn't hear for like the whole thing?
No.
No.
Just
It's okay.
when you ask the question, it starts.
Okay, cool. So now I'm with my connection. Okay, I will come back. Thank you so much for telling me. So no, my question was just super easy. In which phase of the customer flow do you think that we are present as marketing?
So for sure, attraction,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe post experience.
Okay.
Like to get the information of the EPs on all the stuff, so we can share their experiences. I don't know what post experience means.
Okay.
Then, yeah, I think attraction.
Any other opinion?
For me, I think attraction and consideration, like attraction,
Okay.
you attract people, and consideration to help them choose the right opportunity for them.
Cool. Any other opinion? Okay. Actually, the right answer for this question, in my opinion, is that we are present in every phase of the customer flow. And it's something that I really want you to embody, because actually it's how actually you are going to track your work as if you're going to be VP marketing, because of course we are mainly responsible of the phase of attraction as marketing, and the phase the rest maybe is more responsible OGX. But one thing that I really want you to make you understand is that our works needs to be 100% customer oriented and 100% focused on the fact that we are present in each phase of the customer flow. Because of course, with our events and with our marketing activities, we're going to bring a number of open, so number of signups. Open means for signups, let's say. So open people, but of course, if this open, we need to take care that this open just they don't get lost, and they actually so our work is not waste. So something super important that I really want to understand: we are present in each phase of the customer flow, and one thing that actually makes understand if we are doing a good job is based not only on the number of signups, but on the number of applicant and approvals, most of all. This is something super important. So every time that you're going to plan a strategy for your local level, just focus on the fact that your work is not ending only with the number of signups, but you need to bring a number of applicants and approval as well. And of course, you have a key roles in each phase of the customer flow. So in attraction, of course, is to do events and to bring more people. In the phase of consideration, of course, is the one let's say that I was saying before, of lead nurturing. So it means that I take an EP that is open, so it's stuck in the process, is not going on the process. So I create activities of conversion specific for this EP. In this way, this EP can become applicant and then acceptance and then approval. And this is super important, something that we forget as well as marketing. And for example, conversion events, conversion emails, conversion call, and all this kind of stuff that are actually responsibility of marketing as well as responsibility of OGX. And of course, in terms of preparation, something is super important, as you know, an EP before going to an OPS, to go on exchange, he has the outgoing preparation seminary. And one thing that is super important in role of marketing is to prepare the EP of how collect material and storytelling. This phase is super important for us because the storytelling material is something that can really boost a lot the quality of the marketing promotion. And of course, in terms of experience, ensure that EP actually is taking and is collecting material for us. And the post experience, one thing that is super important is first of all create promoters. So actually have with OGX a strong synergy to have a space where you meet the EP, you evaluate the situation, and actually one thing that you can propose in marketing, for example, you can promote to become, for example, a member of the association, or you are, for example, you can propose to go with another experience abroad, or for example, you can propose these people to talk and to promote Isaac during some events. So as you can see, the role of marketing is way more complex. So I think it's with the new generation of VP marketing, I think it's super important that you focus a lot on how to evolve the role of marketing, because it's just not a matter of doing event, but actually just a matter of how you are promising stuff to people. And you need, if you are, as I was telling you before, you are the first thing that the people is going to see. So you are not focusing on that, and you're not actually taking care about the people in each phase of the customer flow, and your area is not 100% focusing on that. I think it's something that is a failure for marketing in general. So I really love the concept of marketing is not a matter of attraction. It's an area that is really strategical. It's an area that is really, really important, because sometimes we forget how much the impact that we have as area. And it's something that you really need to transmit to your member, because one thing that is easy sometimes maybe is to lose motivation in marketing, because maybe you do a lot of stuff, a lot of events, but maybe you're not having signups, or the fact that you are not managing people abroad, maybe sometimes in making lose the motivation in members on why they are in marketing and what is the purpose of marketing. But always remind that it's just not a matter of let's go to organize some event for Isaac, but actually you are promising something to people, and actually you need to keep accountable to the promise, and you are the main support of OGX, and you are super strategical, and needs to be your role as VP marketing. You need to evolve a bit. It's not just a matter of, oh, I'm responsible of the attraction, so I'm doing just some events, so OGX cannot complain about it. It just, which is your contribution on how to actually deliver the leadership experience that we are promising to people. Because this is what you're promising to people, and you are the first one promising to people because you are the one that is doing promotion. So this is super important, and I really would love to see in the next generation of marketing an evolution of marketing and the concept of marketing, because this is what actually our local community deserve, an area that is more strategical and is more aware of the power that and the responsibility that this area has. Cool. So of course, in terms of strategic, as you know, one concept that is really important to me, how to be smart in marketing and how to plan things, because marketing is not hard at all. It's easy. It's super easy. It's just a matter of how much I'm able to get my information, and I know my market, and how much I am creative, because the market, it changes every time. The mind of people, it changes every time. So we need to be super proactive, and we need to be super fast on adapt on which are the changing of the people, So this is something super important. And actually, one thing that I really like is concept of marketing, because sometimes we don't know my role is the one of attract people and to work a lot on the brand, but actually, how should I do it? Should I do more digital? Should I do more offline? Should I do just one of these two things? Actually, my answer is this: you can do both. The fact that let's be honest, if we actually focus only on one channel, arriving in 2019, we will never achieve a big amount of people, because this is one of our role. It needs to be visible and achieve a really high amount of people. But if we don't actually adapt to the context of 2019, that actually is super important. It's something that maybe the other area in Isaac don't do it, but we as area, we need to be super careful of actually which is the context and the market that we are work with. Actually, there is a kind of in general strategy that is called integrated marketing, that actually makes you understand how to use all your channels, because we have a lot of channel, digital and offline. How can you use all together in a smart way? But before to understand how to use all this channel, there is a model that helps us to plan our marketing activities and marketing campaign that include the fact that we have to use our channel. And this is called GTCM model. For example, there is an acronym that stands for goal, target, channel, message. For example, it's focused a lot on improve a lot the quality of marketing activities and the campaign that we are doing. So actually, we as marketing for each activities, we need to have clear which is our goal in terms of approval and in terms of applicant and signups, and which is our target. Guys, this is super important. You need to be 100% in terms of really strategical mindset, because being VP marketing, 100% aware which is your market and which is the best market that can fit your product. and this only you can have it. Of course, you can have a lot of support from the MC on understand how to do market analysis and market research, but you need to be the best expert of your market. This is super important. This is a role. If you fuck it up, this role in your LC, your OGX will never give you approval back. This is super important because you are the people that know your market and you know which kind of product is suitable for your market. So for example, I'm not going to sell the three products together in a random market, but before maybe to do an activity and say, I want to do to use more digital or more offline or more event or wherever, I need to understand first of all which is my target, which is my market. This is something super important. And of course, in terms of channels, because once that I have a goal and once that I understand who are the people that I am doing promotion to, I need to understand which are the channels that I want to use. And one thing that I suggest to is it's okay to use more channels. I mean, the channels can be events, sales point, can be mail, can be Facebook ads, Facebook posts. All these channels that we have available to achieve our people, it's really, you can use it, I think, and it's really good that you can use them all and not focus maybe I want to do only offline, I want to do only online, because in this way you will never achieve your customer. It's really hard if you just focus on one channel. So that's why I think that I suggest you is take all the channels that you have and understand which is the best way to use all this channel. One thing, of course, to take in consideration, I will be honest 100% with you guys, and that the fact that at the moment, so take in consideration all the data of ISEC in France or ISEC in general, our main people are coming from offline marketing. And this is something that you have to understand and take in consideration when you are developing a strategy for marketing at local level, because of course, it's good to take to use digital marketing. This is super important. But at the moment, the majority of our people is coming from there, because we don't have 100% a strong brand. Our brand is not so relevant, and so that's why one thing that I suggest is trying to find the right balance between digital and offline. And of course, in the period of peak, offline is the best option. In general, is the best option, but it's not me that is saying. It's in terms of data. People, the majority of people in our approval is coming from there. And of course, one thing that is super important in terms of you are the people that are delivering a message to the people. And one thing that I suggest, don't be confusionary with your message. Don't be unclear, but be super clear and be super simple. What we're doing, we are proposing opportunity abroad. So focus a lot on this, on what people can do abroad, on job description, and align a lot with the cooperation of your OGX. Don't just fuck it up the message, because once that it just needs one time that you deliver the wrong message in your area, mostly deliver the most message your member, or that in your area all the member is delivering a different message, that this is even worse, and you're fucked up, like your brand is fucked up. And so one of your responsibility of VP marketing is first of all align with the opportunity of your OGX, and of course to deliver one message as area, one message. This is super important, and needs to be a clear message, and needs to be focused on the fact that we want to send people abroad. So there is a message that needs to help us to generate signups and applicants. So be super careful, because you are the main responsible local reality. And one thing that is in your main support is in terms of national campaign. Why we do national campaign from national level? Because it's something, guys, that is for you. It's something that really can help you a lot, and it's something that can help you a lot to deliver a good message to your customer. So the third point, super easy, but super important as well, is in terms of synergy of B2C. One thing that is super important, guys, you're not alone, and you cannot work alone. And actually, as I was telling you before, you and OGX team, marketing department and OGX department, you are the same two faces of the same medal. So if you don't work together, and if you establish a synergy together, your like for your department is going to die, and your committee is going to die, because this synergy is like the core of the of your LC in general. So in terms, of course, of KPI, you need to understand if you track your synergy in terms of meeting and touch points. So understand how many meetings you're having. I suggest to have weekly meetings between VPs, and maybe area meeting between the two areas, because this really can make the difference, because even the members, they need to work together, and they need to be 100% aligned, because marketing without OGX and OGX without marketing is nothing for you. And of course, in terms of MOS, to understand if your synergy is going good, in terms, of course, in applicants, number of applicants, and of course, one thing that is important, number of applicants with country partner. So with the cooperation that OGX is setting. And of course, in terms of number of approval and number of promoters that you have. And one thing, how to track a synergy is not that hard. It's super easy. It's just a matter of accountability. You as VP really needs to be 100% accountable. And for experience, I really suggest it's not that easy. It's not that easy at all, because sometimes it's easier to work alone, but you really need to find a way to be accountable to your synergy and to take care about your synergy and to work always together. And of course, one thing that I suggest, the best thing is to have weekly meeting, first of all, at least between the two VPs, marketing and OGX, or marketing, OGV and OGT. It depends, of course, which will be your strategy and your local structure. And one thing that I suggest to focus a lot to make it simple, super simple. So a meeting based on account review plan. That it means a meeting that is based on understand which is the current state of the two area, which is the current state of the task that the two area needs to deliver, and of course have a phase where you plan together, because you cannot plan without OGX, and OGX cannot plan without you. And in terms of support, one thing that I suggest, as a VPs, you need to be expert of Expa. I think everyone knows Expa here, but it's the platform that actually we are tracking and we are managing all our operation, or incoming and outgoing. But if you are not, I would really suggest to go on Expa and to understand a bit how it works, and in terms of how many people you are managing and all this kind of stuff. And of course, there is the part of performance analytics that can make you understand actually which are the performance that you are achieving together. So this is super, super important. And last but not least, important thing is in terms of area management. I don't know if you ever seen this. These are the team standard. So actually are the standard that you as team leader of your area, so VP, you need to ensure in your area. This is super important. It's something that you cannot give up on, because your network management and how you're managing your area can be your best tool of implementation, and can be your best tool to achieve results and to create pipeline in your LC, and to empower your member and take care about them. They are super easy. One thing, you need to be accountable to it. Like what I mean, it's super important that it's not easy, because it's something that you need to do for 6 months with your team. But if you really focus on this, you can really have a lot of results. As you can see, there is the first phase of building. That is more focused on identity creation, team plan, individual plan of the member. That is super short. Then there is the middle phase, that is the performing. That is the most important, because actually is when you are delivering the performance of the team. And then of course, in terms of closing, is the last part. So in terms of reporting of what happened, what you could have been done better as team, as leader, in terms of super important transition team to the next team, and of course individual debriefs of the member to understand how much he developed during this experience. So these were my tips on actually. I try to be a bit more open and to give you different perspective, even from my experience of VP, because I know how are you living now, what are you feeling, and it's really nice. It's really nice. So I would really love to have an open space mic, an open mic space now. So maybe if you have some question for the last 5 minutes, so maybe I can answer some doubts or something that you want clarification on wherever. Because after that, after this, you have an application to fill. So do you have any question, anything? No?
Thinking.
No, for us, I think it's
Anything?
So you said that, like, when you talk about the customer flow, you said that the marketing, it has something to do in all the, how do you call it, steps, not steps, in the different phases.
Yep.
So as VP marketer, what can I do to
One thing that I suggest, when you plan a strategy or when you plan with your OGX, try to understand which can be your role to support your OGX. Because, for example, you have a lot of tools and things that you can do. It's not a matter of just let's go there and do event and let's attract people. But, for example, you can support a lot of your OGX in terms of lead nurturing. For example, doing calling mania and call a lot of old EPs or call the applicant they're not going on in the process, or send old emails or something super good that you can do and something that I really like. You can plan. So as VP, you can plan conversion events too. So not only event for attraction, but even event for conversion, where, for example, you gather all the old EPs that are not approved yet, and you can have a presentation and you can focus a lot on country partner or the benefits, and to focus a lot on to gather them everyone in one space and and convert them directly. It's something that is really useful, and it's something that you have a role as marketing. I don't know if it's clear. And of course, in the supporting DP during the OPS and how to collect story materials, and when it comes back, maybe you can organize interview to DP, because this is all material can help you to improve the quality of your attraction. And this is our all plan that are responsibility of the VP, Then of course implementation, what you're doing is doing with members, but all the strategy and all these things need to come from you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Any other question? Cool. If there are, of course, you can always approach me, and I'm always available for anything. If you need help, I hope that you like the space, you enjoyed the space, everything was clear. Remember the 4 key learning points, and maybe there are some words that you didn't understand. I can release the output after. And if you have any questions, just come back to me. And I really wish you a good process. I really wish you good luck for your application and for everything. And yes, just wish you the best. And if you need help, just come back to me. Okay? Cool. So thank you so much, people. I love you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.